Hey everyone, so the first issue of Absolute Batman just dropped. This is a story I've been interested in reading since I first saw this, because damn is this Batman massive. And also because this apparently takes place in a new universe, which I'm always up for to read since there's like no prior story to catch up with. And apparently other characters like Superman and Wonder Woman are also having their own stories in this continuity. But those come out sometime later. Right now, we're talking about Batman. Absolute Batman to be exact. In comparison to the original Batman, this iteration offers a different origin, with Bruce not growing up wealthy as the biggest difference. Of course, there's like other changes made to the character to make him feel more unique and refreshing, but the point of this absolute universe is to have like different versions of certain characters based on like one big change. And I think here it's done pretty well. Bruce still has a reason and a way of becoming Batman, just a more visceral version. Anyways, instead of just explaining everything, let me just retell you the first issue because you probably read it at this point, and it kind of serves as an origin of the character and it establishes new relationships. And by the way, if you haven't checked the first issue already, I really recommend it. It's really fun. You don't have to read anything else prior. Just check out the first issue. It's really fun. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started. So the first issue starts with a young Bruce at the zoo. He stares at the bat exhibit as an older man calls out to him, telling him to get back to the group. It looks like to be like a school field trip with him and other students and supposedly the teacher. And then we see a little panel of a gun having the title on it, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. I like this panel for some reason. It's a nice little hook. Afterwards, we follow a man riding a motorcycle as he monologues about how different Gotham feels. It is later revealed to be Alfred, except he is not the same Alfred we know. He is apparently a mercenary who was called back to complete a task, and his task is to take down the Bat. Which is actually kind of crazy as we learn that in this world, Alfred really doesn't know who Bruce is, or even who the Batman is. Which I guess makes sense, since why would this guy need a butler and he's not like rich or anything like that? It cuts to Bruce as he finishes breaking a punching bag. Like, damn bro, look at this dude. He does this due to him having, I guess, memories or flashbacks of that day that we saw where he was at the zoo in the beginning. Also, this is supposedly Killer Croc, which I had no idea, but I guess I should have realized with all those reptiles surrounding him. Then we learn about the party animals, which is like a group of bad guys, and they are introduced as they apparently kill like some random people. I don't know, I didn't really understand this part. Afterwards, we get this absolutely beautiful panel of Batman on top of the building as he looks over Gotham while the sun sets. Man, let me just say real quick, the art is really great in this issue. I really enjoy how they draw Batman and his cape, especially with like his big stature and stuff. I don't know, it just looks really good. Later, Mayor Gordon, not Commissioner, is having a public meeting as he answers to angry Gotham citizens who share their concerns about all the murders being done by the party animals. While this occurs, you can see Alfred scoping out the area, managing to see the party animals arrive and create chaos. They cause an explosion with Barbara having to evacuate everyone. Then suddenly, the party animals are jumped by the Bat himself. And holy moly, I know I keep saying this, but this guy is huge. Look at him. How are his wings covering his entire body? But I don't know, man. This entire sneak up was really cool. Anyways, they fire at him as he uses his cape to block the bullets and to apparently grab people with like a hook end. And I don't know, it's kind of cool. They also work like as hooks. But like I said, the Batman is pretty brutal. He like manages to grab and throw people into like random windows and light poles, all while doing like the splits in the middle of the air. How is he able to do all this at his massive size? He continues to take out more bad guys by taking off his damn bat ears and throwing them like batarangs. And wait, he's stabbing them too? But this isn't even the extent of how vicious Batman turns out to be, as he manages to pull out like a whole bat axe out of his fucking emblem, which I'm pretty sure you've already seen, but it's still like insane to see, like read it and see him like pull out a random axe out of his chest, which he uses to cut off this guy's hand, which is, I don't know, pretty crazy, but I guess he deserved it since he was bragging about killing people with that hand, so I guess. Anyways, John Wick Alfred intervenes by blowing up the same place a second time and immediately getting packed up by this hulking Batman. The next panel shows Bruce looking like a construction worker as he gets off work to head towards the zoo. It's revealed that in the flashback, the older man who was talking to Bruce turned out to actually be his father, who, let me get into the origin story, ended up dying after saving his son by putting him in the bat enclosure. His apparent death was caused by like a random shooter, which I guess falls in line with the original origin, and I don't mind it, it works. Bruce heads home to see his mother as she has been apparently waiting for him like over an hour to arrive, which I really like. Bruce at least gets to keep one of his parents while still having a reason to become Batman. I think that's pretty good. Finally, Bruce gets to have at least a little bit of family that doesn't die. But I'm also wondering how he manages to like get some rest while being Batman and a construction worker. I don't know, I guess vengeance never rests. This entire section occurs as Alfred seems to be following him in the background. Bruce actually realizes and confronts him, managing to take him down with a fake out. As it appears he shoots him with his shotgun, only to be revealed that he modified it to not be lethal. The issue ends with, of course, a hint at Joker. How many of those have we had now? Like 3? Wait, are those like 3 of the most recent iterations of Batman? I guess you can't have one without the other, am I right? Now, having recapped the first issue, I just want to say I really enjoyed this version of the character. It manages to, of course, feel refreshing, especially with like this really different looking Batman figure. We also have seen Batman's gadgets being incorporated into the suit multiple times now, like in the Batman, with his logo being like a batarang, but an entire axe is kind of crazy. I mean, at least it explains the shape and size of this Batman, cause it's not like his hands are lethal enough, he also needs an entire axe. The take on Alfred is also really interesting to follow, as we still don't know much about him, and he works as a secondary character to this issue, rediscovering Gotham and what Batman has done to get rid of crime. I also enjoy how he is separated from Bruce, leaving us to wonder how their relationship will end, if they will come together or become enemies. I'm just glad Alfred gets to do more since this character isn't really explored, and it's kind of just like the butler or like father figure to Batman, but instead we get to see him in some action like John Wick. Also, it could have been really easy for these writers to just make Alfred like, I don't know, like some other guy related to Batman instead of like a whole antagonist, but you know, I really like this creative choice. It fits really well, and it gives us someone else in the Bat family to go up against Batman without being like a Robin or I don't know, somebody else. And yes, I know there's like that one panel of him cooking Superman, but that's pretty much it. It's also fun that we get to see him ride a motorcycle, use guns, and of course, wear leather. His design is pretty good, and it gives him a more menacing look. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about Alfred, because this video is about Batman. I'm starting to sound like a glazer. Back to Bruce, I think it's really incredible how this unique take of Batman still manages to feel like Batman. While yeah, he's kind of more brutal, he still doesn't kill. In this version, Batman just like hurts his enemies, but not enough to kill them. Instead, just like scare them and make sure they don't do it again. He even redirects a handless dude to a hospital in this issue. He even looks kind of saddened when Alfred causes the explosion because of how much he cares for human life, and he like sees everybody around him dead. Even though in his origin his father was the only one to end up dying, and Bruce is not an orphan, the essential main idea is the same, about Bruce feeling guilty for not being able to save his father, turning him into Batman. Something I want to express is my worries for Bruce's mother. Hopefully she's okay, because I don't want anything crazy to happen. You just know, you just never know how it goes with the Bat family. Anything could happen. Especially since the Joker is apparently coming soon. We saw him at the end. Hopefully he does nothing crazy with Bruce's mom. But yeah, this issue is really fun and totally makes me want to check out the future issues, as well as the Superman and Wonder Woman singular stories. I really wonder how they will tackle that. And since it did take me a long time to make this video, turns out there's like previews for issue 2 out right now. So let me just look at those. If you don't want to look at them, you can just click off the video right now. But yeah, let me see. So it appears there's going to be like another fight between Alfred and Batman. I really wonder how that turns out, and I guess what will happen, since it looks like it's being targeted or marketed as like the center point of the next issue. But like, didn't we already see like Batman and Alfred fight already in this issue? Maybe something happens that will change like the relationship, or will they kind of like work together or end up hurting each other? I don't know. Or will it just be like a cat and mouse chase? Who knows? It also looks like we get our first look at the Batmobile. I think so. I mean, it's Bat-shaped, and it's a vehicle, so it would only make sense. But I think it's way too big to be a Batmobile. Like, it literally beats out the Tumbler from The Dark Knight. And how does Bruce get that? I thought he was broke. Isn't like his main form of transportation supposed to be like the subway? I guess only time will tell. But like I said earlier, it appears the art just continues to be great. They really cooked with all this Bat imagery and how the cape moves. Anyways, that's all I really got to talk about today. Alright, so while I was editing this video, Absolute Wonder Woman just came out. I had no idea, but I took a pause from editing to read it, and honestly, I really liked it. I haven't really read any Wonder Woman comics in the past, so I can't really comment on much about Diana as a character, but from what I've heard, the characterization in this issue is pretty similar. Diana is still a strong warrior working to defend people, with the exception that she was raised in hell instead of Themyscira. I think this change is pretty cool, especially since Diana becomes like a whole witch, alongside this fucking cool ass design and horse that she gets to ride on. Her origin consists of being taken away from her Amazonian sisters and sent to hell by Zeus as punishment for crimes they committed, to be raised by Circe, which, if you didn't know, is like a Wonder Woman villain. Nice little thing they're doing with these absolute characters. To not get too deep into the issue, that's where I'm gonna leave it at, so go ahead and read it for yourself, since the origin is pretty fun and really adorable at times. And of course, the art continues to be great, with the red really popping and the paneling being especially unique. It's a fun read, go enjoy it as we wait for Absolute Superman to complete this trinity. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, since it really helps with letting me know that you guys are enjoying the content. And don't forget to leave your thoughts down below, I'd love to hear them. But yeah, see y'all around next time.
Bye.